Warning: the following video may contain some elements that might not be suitable for some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Anyone remember the Road to El Dorado? It's a DreamWorks movie released in 2000, but it was quickly overshadowed by Shrek the year after. Nowadays, it's remembered as one of DreamWorks' traditionally animated movies before they started making CGI movies indefinitely. For the synopsis, about the duo of con artists named Miguel and Tulio who find the legendary city of El Dorado. The film is part of my childhood and occasionally rewatch it for the 2000s nostalgia value. However, I had a weird experience with Road to El Dorado in my childhood. I can't remember when it exactly happened, but do remember it was a late Friday night. I was watching The Road to El Dorado until my family's VCR ate through the tape about 2 minutes in. I wanted to watch El Dorado. My mom went down to our local video rental store to get a temporary rental until we got a new tape. My mom put the rental tape in the VCR and left me in the lounge room alone while she worked in her office. First 10 minutes everything was normal. The movie played as it should until Tulio reached El Dorado. Suddenly, the movie cut to a black screen initially. I thought the VCR ate through another tape until an animated stone face emerged and looked like one of those statues of Aztecan gods you would see on National Geographic. The face was illuminated by an off-screen fire, and there was an ominous chant emanating through the TV. After a couple of seconds, a deep voice said something I couldn't understand. Perhaps it was another language. I cut back to the movie, and things seemed to return to normal as if nothing happened. Just when I was thinking that was a one-off occurrence, but it happened again. Halfway through the "It's Tough to Be a God" song, the movie froze and cut away to Chow against a background of black. She had this 1,000-yard stare, and it really made me uncomfortable. A red text then appeared that read, "Gods don't bleed." The text was accompanied by whispers that repeatedly said, "Gods don't bleed." I remember that's what Tisakel Ken says when he figures out Miguel and Tulio's con. I didn't understand the significance of the quote. Chow then broke down into tears, sobbing hysterically. What was she crying about? I wonder. She kept crying, as if the actors were in great distress. It was an amazing performance by Rosie Perez, I gotta admit. She cried for a while. I wasn't exactly aware of how much time had passed, but eventually she stopped. Then Tisakel Ken appears staring at the camera with this enormous grin that threatened me now. Tisakel Ken on his own isn't that terrifying, but here, in this new scene never seen in the movie before, he had quite a scary presence. He was still as a statue, and just continued to stare with Chow, crying again. Another cut to black, and everyone went to silence. I thought it was all over, but I was wrong. The screen faded out to reveal a table covered in red liquid. I put two and two together, and I myself started to sob. I wanted this all to stop, and I felt like I was going mad. Mom heard all the commotion and see what was going on TV. She quickly ejected the tape. She comforted me and told me that the rental store must put the wrong movie in the Road to El Dorado VHS case by mistake. I knew the truth through. The movie was returned the following day. We only got a replacement for our Road to El Dorado tape. I'm all grown up now, and I remember this memory vividly. It was just a dream, but Mom confirmed it really did happen. There's always that lingering sensation of why am I in my mind, who made that tape, and for what purpose? For scaring little kids? For as long as I live, I'll always remember that late Friday night, all those years ago. So, that was the Road to El Dorado weird tape, and my final thoughts on it is, it's kind of decent. Well, despite it's kind of felt like almost a rip-off of well, not entirely a rip-off, but almost have like a summer thing with Shrek with the whole the VHS is kind of cursed, even for Shrek, it's the director's cut version of the movie. There was some kind of some dark stuff in it. Well, here is just felt like something out of a a horror video, especially the part with the Chow getting murdered by what's his name again? Tisakel Ken, yeah, I think that's his name. And if at least this story is kind of wasn't isn't completely a ripoff of the Shrek director's cut creepypasta. Despite they have like the same trip of whole VHS being haunted vein. But yeah, pretty decent creepypasta. Despite it's kind of short since it's called a short pasta since the writer on this didn't have anything cool ideas. Which I kind of like want to see another El Dorado creepypasta like maybe do something a little bit kind of original, but still have to have a more darker edge. Like maybe someone like found a VHS copy of El Dorado that contains like this more darker version of the movie when it used to be like a bit more darker. But yeah, so don't have anything else to say. So hope you guys enjoyed this video and like and comment this video and subscribe for more content. So this is Mr. Freddy here and good night, y'all.